Across the ancient plains of Bagan, a silhouette rises. This is the Dhammayangyi Temple. It stands vast, imposing, a monument of dark red brick. From a distance, it might seem like any other sacred structure, but draw closer. You feel a change in the air. This temple is different. The architect of this brooding giant was a king, King Narathu. He ascended to the throne of Bagan in 1167 AD. His path to power was not noble. It was stained with the blood of his own father and his brother. Some say even one of his wives, an Indian princess, met her end at his command. Such acts cast a long, dark shadow, a shadow that would follow him, a shadow that perhaps he sought to escape. Narathu was known for his cruelty, a tyrant king. Legends say his paranoia was as vast as the temple he would later build. He feared retribution, not just from men, but from a higher power, from the karmic debt he had accrued. It is said he built Dhammayangi as an act of atonement, a desperate attempt to cleanse his soul, to appease the spirits of those he had wronged, a grand gesture to offset grand sins. He wanted this temple to be his masterpiece, a work of unparalleled scale and perfection. But his motivations were complex. King Narathu's demand for perfection was absolute. It was also brutal. The legends surrounding the construction of Dhammayangi are chilling. They speak of a king obsessed. He decreed that the brickwork must be so tight, so precise, that not even a pin could be inserted between the bricks, a standard almost impossible to achieve. Especially with the technology of the 12th century. This demand would have terrifying consequences for those who labored. Workers toiled under the harsh Bagan sun, their hands raw, their bodies weary. The king himself, it is said, would inspect the work. If a single gap was found, if a pin could find its way between the stones, the consequences were dire. The stories claim that the unfortunate mason responsible would have his hands cut off. A gruesome punishment, a constant threat hanging over every soul who worked on the temple. Fear, not devotion, became the driving force. Imagine the atmosphere on that construction site. The silence, broken only by the scrape of tools, the nervous glances, the ever-present fear of the king's judgment. With such a bloody history, is it any wonder that Dhammayangi is considered one of Bagan's most haunted sites? The stories of spectral encounters are numerous. They have been passed down through generations. Locals often avoid the temple after dark. They speak of unsettling feelings, of a pervasive sense of sorrow and dread that clings to its massive structure. These are not just idle tales. They are born from centuries of unease. Visitors report hearing faint whispers, disembodied sounds echoing through the temple's vast, dimly lit corridors. Some claim to have heard the cries of the workers, the unfortunate souls who suffered under Narathu's tyranny. Others speak of a more imposing presence, the spirit of the king himself, forever bound to his unfinished creation, forever seeking the redemption that eluded him in life. His dark energy, they say, still permeates the very air. There are tales of shadows moving in the periphery of vision, of sudden cold spots in the warm Bagan air. Photographers have captured strange anomalies in their images, orbs of light, unexplained mists. Some even refuse to enter certain sections of the temple. The architecture of Dhammayangi is as mysterious as its history. It is unique among Bagan's temples. Its plan is reminiscent of the Ananda Temple, another great Bagan monument. Yet it possesses features that baffle historians and archaeologists. The most perplexing aspect is its interior. Many of the inner corridors and chambers are inexplicably sealed, filled with brick rubble. Why would a king build such vast spaces only to block them off? This intentional sealing of the inner sanctum is one of Dhammayangi's greatest enigmas. Was it part of Narathu's original design, or was it done later after his assassination? Some theories suggest it was to prevent access to something hidden within. perhaps treasures, or perhaps something more sinister. Other theories propose it was a symbolic act, a way to entomb the king's dark deeds, or even his vengeful spirit. The truth remains elusive, buried with the rubble. The brickwork, despite the brutal methods used to achieve it, is remarkably fine. It is considered some of the best in Bagan. The exterior features massive sloping walls, giving it a fortress-like appearance. Despite its dark origins and unsettling reputation, Dhammayangyi holds a significant place in Burmese culture. It is a powerful reminder of a turbulent period in Bagan's history, a testament to the complexities of faith, power, and human nature. For many Burmese people, it is not merely a haunted relic. It is a sacred site, a place where the spiritual and the historical intertwine in a profound and often unsettling way. The temple serves as a stark moral lesson, a story of a king whose worldly power could not shield him from the consequences of his actions. His attempt at atonement, the massive Dhammayangyi, stands as a monument to this truth. It teaches that merit cannot be forced, that grand gestures cannot erase deep-seated guilt if the heart is not pure. This narrative is woven into the local understanding of the temple. It adds another layer to its imposing presence. Pilgrims and visitors still come to Dhammayangyi. Some come to marvel at its architecture, others to feel its unique, heavy atmosphere. Many light incense and offer prayers, perhaps seeking protection, or simply acknowledging the spiritual energy that resides within its walls. Centuries have passed since King Narathu laid the first brick of his colossal temple. Yet, Dhammayangyi continues to guard its secrets with a silent, brooding intensity. Why were its inner chambers really sealed? What truly happened within these walls during its brief, violent construction? And do the echoes of that troubled past still resonate within its shadowy corridors today? These are questions that continue to draw us in, questions that may never find complete answers. The unexplained phenomena reported by countless visitors add to its enigmatic allure. The sudden chills, the disembodied whispers, the overwhelming sense of being watched. Are these simply products of an overactive imagination, fueled by the temple's dark history? Or is there something more? Something that transcends our current understanding of the world? Something that hints at the veil between worlds being thinner here? The temple offers no easy explanations, only deeper questions. This very mystery is what makes Dhammayangyi so captivating. It is more than just an ancient monument. It is an ongoing investigation, a challenge to our perceptions. It forces us to confront the darker aspects of history and perhaps of ourselves. It reminds us that some places hold energies, stories, that are difficult to dismiss, that the past is never truly dead. It simply waits in the shadows of places like this to be felt. So, the next time you ponder the mysteries of the world, think of Dhammayangyi.